While it was totally cool to explore the woods and perform stealth tactics to take out the Viet Cong in the Hours of Darkness expansion, a story was missing, including some memorable moments. Well, good news, because the Mars DLC is way better and does include a story with a ton of dialogue, interesting gameplay mechanics that make it a lot of fun to explore the already beautiful looking Mars. It does even things better than the main game, and I will tell you why in this video, while of course showing you some awesome gameplay thanks to an early copy I got from Ubisoft. So let's get into it. If you enjoyed that, then a like would be super appreciated, and let's go. The Lost on Mars DLC feels way more like a Far Cry 5 DLC. It's more connected, even though it does not take place in Hope County. You play Nick Rye, the gun for hire in the airplane of course, who gets teleported to Mars by Herc. Well, actually the head of Herc. Anyway, your goal is to help an AI get her power back so she can protect the Earth from an alien invasion. But because Herc is with you all the time, like you carry the head around, and very early on he transforms into a robot that fights by your side, so you constantly have this funny conversation between him and Nick, and the AI comes in sometimes as well. And it gives a lot of personality to this adventure. I mean, of course you gotta like Herc's humor, but I thought it resulted in a lot of fun dialogue that helps you enjoy the DLC even more.
Man, it's just Mars, you know?
And the constant narrative is something that makes you feel way more connected to this story than the one from the main game, at least in my opinion. Here it really feels like if you are on a journey with Herc, while in the main game, because it's of course way bigger, the quest felt way more segmented. The more you explore Mars by going to the different antennas to restore the power of the AI, the more you find out about what's going on and where the story will go. And of course don't expect like a super deep story, but it's cool enough to keep you going. Just like the exciting gameplay that is way more challenging than in the main game. You are fighting special insect aliens on Mars that come in different varieties. Like some are stronger, some can fly, or some don't have a weak spot. While the enemies in Hope County obviously just require a few shots to kill, on Mars that is different, so you gotta be way more strategic and really use all the different guns and all the tools to your advantage. And I was really surprised by how many guns there were in this DLC. 13 weapons to be exact, and then you also have the new tools that you can throw to the enemy. And because the DLC is like 7 hours if you want to do everything, you unlock these weapons really fast, so the gameplay changes really rapidly thanks to these new guns. While there are 4 types of categories, we got the shotgun, the beam pistol, the sniper rifle and the assault rifle. In that same category, some weapons will function differently. Like the final beam pistol will make enemies change into holograms of animals. Or the nut hugger will let you tag some enemies and then launch some missiles onto them. There are also some better versions of the beam gun, for example, but overall there is a lot of variety in your arsenal, and it really depends on your playstyle what guns you want to rock. And a good arsenal is needed because the enemies are really aggressive and can take a lot of damage before they die, and you will be switching between a lot of weapons because they all need to recharge. See, they don't have any ammo, but after a short period of time, after you use them a lot, they will need to recharge, so then you will have to grab another gun. While in the main game you could easily do everything with one gun because you could reload all the time. Especially the queen bosses will require some more tactic and firepower. They have this health bar on top of them as well, so they add some boss fights to a Far Cry game. And yes, the bosses are the same like in terms of attack, but the environments you fight them in are different, or there are different types of enemies by their side that will still make it an interesting fight. An interesting part is about these insects is that they keep coming when you stand on the sand, so you really have to look where you walk to not constantly be fighting. Luckily you got a jetpack though that you can use to get higher up, so also to ignore the sand and the enemies that keep on coming. It adds another fun gameplay element to traversing this gorgeous looking world, and can also be used to take down enemies with your power glove. Another cool gameplay twist added with this expansion. And there are some cool surprises in the DLC as well. Like I said, it's kind of connected to Hope County as well. I don't want to spoil them because it's better if you just experience them for yourself. One warning though, don't start the final mission before you've done everything on the planet, because otherwise you have to start all over again. It happened to me while I still needed to kill some queens, so there are the main objectives like the antennas and the body parts from Herc. You need to collect them all in the world. But killing all the queens is optional, just like collecting all the notes that Larry left. Remember that guy that took the teleporter in the main game? Well, you can follow his adventure through notes that he left in the open world. There are even Clutch Nixon missions as well, where you have to use the space wings that let you basically fly like a wingsuit in the main game. There's just way more to do than in the Vietnam DLC. It will take you, like I already said, 7 hours to fully complete. It's a really cool journey. I think it's totally worth the $12 or €12 price tag. It's of course also included in the season pass. Subscribe for way more Far Cry 5 videos, including Lost on Mars content. I will have a video up showcasing all the weapons from that Far Cry 5 DLC and the outfit you get in the main game. And I will do way more with the DLC, so keep an eye out for that. I will be streaming it as well. Again, keep a close eye to the channel. And I will speak to you next time. Thanks for watching and goodbye.